My name is Pfleuger. I live in Wellington, Colorado, and I just train these Mustangs as a hobby. It's just something I enjoy doing. I run a construction business during the day, and then in the evening I come home and mess with my horses. For some reason I was drawn to them. And man, I haven't looked back. That's all I ride. I love them because they're just good, hardy horses. We don't have problems with horses breaking down. We don't have problems with lameness issues and things like that with these horses. I'm excited about any wild horse I get to work with, really.
My name is Clara Phillips. I train horses. I do a little bit of everything, actually. I do a little bit of construction for work, but my passion lies with the horses. And I could never really afford the super high dollar horses, so I decided to start making my own.
There's so many people at our place that can give extremely helpful insight, especially when you kind of get stuck with these horses, and sometimes you do.
My name is Sydnee Julian. I work full-time for US Rider, which is like AAA, but for people that haul horses around. And then on the side, I train horses and work with horses. But I work more on like the mental side of what a horse needs. I don't really focus on the game or the discipline. It's just, what does this horse need today in this moment? And I just build on that. You know, we want them to get settled and get comfortable. And then we kind of just start getting our hands on them, trying to get a halter on them, you know, just halter breaking and just really setting them up for their next person. It's so cool. Hooli, like, he's the coolest horse I've ever worked with. Well, one of the coolest horses I've ever worked with. You just get to a point where you're like, well, I've done all of the things. He has all the pieces. Man, he just kind of, he just went, and it was so cool. Or should I do it?
Send it. The three aspects to really getting a horse gentle: they need to respect you, they need to trust you, and then they need to let go of that self-preservation. I just figure out a way that I can get him to come around to my way of thinking, but not doing it forcefully, being respectful of his feelings, understanding where he's at mentally, and he's not gonna be perfect, just like my broke horse isn't perfect.
He was pretty touchy, flinchy, he would kind of make a big deal out of nothing for a while.
None of it's natural, Yeah.
That's something we're working on pretty continuously, is just getting him comfortable with all kinds of random things. I feel like this competition is kind of funny because you don't have to do all the technical stuff, which I really kind of appreciate, because you can focus on making them more of a really solid horse. Mustangs kind of get a bad rap sometimes because the people get in over their heads, so they can end up getting hurt, or they can end up ruining the horse. These horses are amazing, and they deserve to be recognized as that, not just some range rat that somebody has in their backyard. They're really cool, so they deserve that recognition.
So at the end of the show, I cannot stress enough, these horses are only 4 months out of the wild. We've got horses I'll ride for 2 or 3 years before I feel comfortable with those horses transferring on to a new owner and knowing that they're not giving them any problems. You know, I take a lot of pride in my horses and stewardship of these horses. They have everything that they need when we bring them into captivity, and then we just create a partner out of them. It's just so cool to be able to create a horse that's a productive member of an equine society. And now, if you do a good job of training them, that horse is actually invaluable.
I don't believe in a finished horse. I believe in a horse that can go do a job and do a job well, but there is always still the responsibility on the person to continue learning. and to continue seeking out help for what they need in their horse. So my goal, I just want to make this horse safe. I want him to be ready to move on to his next person. We all have such different horses. Like Clara's horse is a little bit more forward. My horse is a little bit more laid back, and Eric's horse is kind of somewhere in the middle. So we just all have different challenges we're working on. I mean, Hoolie's where he's at, and we'll just keep building on it.